Lesson 11. Dialogue. 3-day weekend. Martha Wheeler and Eleanor Kane are neighbors. They talk over the fence one Friday morning.
Hello, Eleanor. It's certainly a lovely day, isn't it?
Yes, I was just saying to Owen that we should be going out of town in this lovely weather.
Well, you know how it is in April. Probably by tomorrow it won't be so nice.
Owen's off today, you know.
Is that right?
Yes, indeed. His company is on the 4-day week plan.
You don't say.
Just as an experiment for 6 months. They think they'll get just as much done in 4 10-hour days, and it'll give the workers an extra day off.
And it's one less day of riding back and forth to work, I guess.
Exactly.
How wonderful. I bet he has lots of plans for his long weekends.
Yes, plenty of plans. But this being the first week of the experiment, he's decided that he ought to sleep in late. The plans will go into effect next week.
Well, I certainly envy you. I know we'd like to have more time for our bird watching.
That's on our list, too. But our home and garden come first. We want to make the basement more comfortable, and we're going to put in a lot of vegetables this year.
I see you go in for practical things in your free time. We seem to head for the outdoors. I mean out in the wild, close to nature. Richard enjoys nothing better than sitting under a tree with a fishing pole all afternoon.
That can be practical, too.
Not the way Richard does it. He's more likely to fall asleep and drop the pole in the river than ever catch something for dinner.
That reminds me of the one and only time in my life I ever went fishing. My brother Greg agreed to take me one day. I was so excited I could hardly hold the pole, but after a while, when nothing happened, my arms started getting tired. Then something nibbled on the line, and I didn't know what to do. I was afraid I'd hurt the fish, so I just let go of the pole. But I was leaning over, and splash, I fell in over my head. Greg had to fish me out.
Did you know how to swim?
Yes, I did, but I was wet through. Now you be Eleanor.
Hello, Eleanor. It's certainly a lovely day, isn't it? Well, you know how it is in April. Probably by tomorrow it won't be so nice. Is that right? You don't say. And it's one less day of riding back and forth to work, I guess. How wonderful. I bet he has lots of plans for his long weekends. Well, I certainly envy you. I know we'd like to have more time for our bird watching. I see you go in for practical things in your free time. We seem to head for the outdoors. I mean out in the wild, close to nature. Richard enjoys nothing better than sitting under a tree with a fishing pole all afternoon. Not the way Richard does it. He's more likely to fall asleep and drop the pole in the river than ever catch something for dinner. Did you know how to swim?
Now answer these questions about the dialogue. 1. Before the women started to talk, did Martha know that Eleanor's husband was only working 4 days a week? 2. How many hours a week does Owen work now? 3. What do the Wheelers like to do in their free time? 4. Why does Mr. Wheeler like to fish? 5. How did Eleanor get wet when she went fishing? Now check your answers. 1. Before the women started to talk, did Martha know that Eleanor's husband was only working 4 days a week?
A. No, she didn't.
2. How many hours a week does Owen work now?
C. 40.
3. What do the Wheelers like to do in their free time?
C. Walk in the fields and forests.
4. Why does Mr. Wheeler like to fish?
C. He likes to sit under a tree all afternoon.
5. How did Eleanor get wet when she went fishing?
B. She fell in the river.
Review of grammar. 1. Verbs followed by infinitive or gerund. Complete the responses with the infinitive or gerund form of the verbs in parentheses. Listen to the model.
1. Did you lock the back door? Do.
No, I don't remember doing that. Now do the exercise.
2. Will you set the alarm clock? Do.
Yes, I'll remember to do that.
3. This coffee stain won't come off. Use.
Have you tried using lemon juice on it?
4. May I go to Jack's party, Mother? Get.
Yes, but try to get back before midnight.
5. Why did you leave late? Pack.
I postponed packing until the last minute.
6. Are you going with us? Stay.
No, we decided to stay home this time.
7. Why won't he discuss the problem? Talk.
He doesn't care to talk about it anymore.
8. Is the tent ready? Put.
Almost. I'm just finishing putting it up now.
9. Haven't they left yet? Get.
Not yet, but they've arranged to get the 9:45 bus.
10. My, it's quiet. Where are all the birds? Migrate.
I guess they've started to migrate south for the winter.
2. Two-word verbs, neither, nor, both, and. Answer the questions using the cue words. Use pronouns or noun substitutes where you can. Follow the models.
1. Did the front tires blow out? No, the back tires.
No, neither the front tires nor the back tires blew out.
No, neither the front tires nor the back tires blew out.
No, neither the front tires nor the back tires blew out.
2. Did Mr. Foreman write up a report? Yes, Mr. Walker.
Yes, both Mr. Foreman and Mr. Walker wrote one up.
Yes, both Mr. Foreman and Mr. Walker wrote one up.
Yes, both Mr. Foreman and Mr. Walker wrote one up.
Now you do the exercise.
1. Did the front tires blow out? No, the back tires.
No, neither the front tires nor the back tires blew out.
2. Did Mr. Foreman write up a report? Yes, Mr. Walker.
Yes, both Mr. Foreman and Mr. Walker wrote one up.
3. Did Annie call out? Yes, Edna.
Yes, both Annie and Edna called out.
4. Is Henry going to mail back the application form? No, Alex.
No, neither Henry nor Alex is going to mail back the application form.
5. Did Bert tune up your car? No, his assistant, Carl.
No, neither Bert nor his assistant Carl tuned up my car.
Six. Have some girls dropped out of the program? Yes, some boys.
Yes, both some girls and some boys have dropped out of it.
7. Did the Marshes turn out for the concert? Yes, the Gibsons.
Yes, both the Marshes and the Gibsons turned out for the concert.
8. Do you think the Conrads will drop over tonight? Yes, the Bellinis.
Yes, I think both the Conrads and the Bellinis will drop over tonight.
9. Did the camp stove blow up? Yes, gas tank.
Yes, both the camp stove and the gas tank blew up.
10. Could Jack put up the tent? No, his brother.
No, neither Jack nor his brother could put up the tent.
3. Adjective plus clause. Reply to the questions using the cued words. Follow the models. Listen.
1. Were you tired? I couldn't stay awake.
I'll say, I was so tired that I couldn't stay awake.
I'll say, I was so tired that I couldn't stay awake.
I'll say, I was so tired that I couldn't stay awake.
2. Was Bob Decker inefficient? He got fired.
I'll say, he was so inefficient that he got fired.
I'll say, he was so inefficient that he got fired.
I'll say, he was so inefficient that he got fired.
Now you do the exercise.
1. Were you tired? I couldn't stay awake.
I'll say, I was so tired that I couldn't stay awake.
2. Was Bob Decker inefficient? He got fired.
I'll say, he was so inefficient that he got fired.
3. Was the room uncomfortable? We turned on the air conditioner.
I'll say, it was so uncomfortable that we turned on the air conditioner.
4. Were the residents unfriendly? They refused to talk to us.
I'll say, they were so unfriendly that they refused to talk to us.
5. Were the teams unequal? One of them didn't get a single point.
I'll say, they were so unequal that one of them didn't get a single point.
6. Was the manager helpful? He let me have the loan right away.
I'll say he was so helpful that he let me have the loan right away.
Seven, is his store successful? He's going to open another store in Center City.
I'll say his store is so successful that he's going to open another store in Center City.
Eight, is the road dangerous? I'm not going to drive at more than 20 miles per hour.
I'll say the road's so dangerous that I'm not going to drive at more than 20 miles per hour.
Nine, were you afraid? I was weak in the knees.
I'll say I was so afraid that I was weak in the knees.
10, was Bill Goebel annoyed? He moved to another apartment.
I'll say Bill Goebel was so annoyed that he moved to another apartment.
"11, is the fire hot? It's melted the kitchen counter.
I'll say the fire's so hot that it's melted the kitchen counter.
12, was the blizzard bad? They couldn't get out for a week.
I'll say it was so bad that they couldn't get out for a week.
Review of vocabulary. 1. Vocabulary. Write an X in front of the letter A, B, or C, which best explains the word at the left.
1. Dawn.
A. When the sun comes up.
2. Deer.
B. A kind of animal.
3, technique.
C. A way of doing something.
4. Nursery.
C. A room for young children.
5. Purpose.
B. Reason.
6. Attempt. Verb.
A. Try.
7. Impossible.
C. Not possible.
8. Pleasant.
A. Very nice.
9. Violent.
C. Wild.
10. Similar.
C. Much the same. Like.
11, predict.
Verb.
B. Tell about the future.
12. Recommend. Verb.
C. Suggest.
2. Words used as nouns and verbs. Complete these sentences by filling in the correct noun or verb form of the listed words. Listen. Bet. Camp. Damage. Light. Pack. Risk. Shelter. Tie up. Now complete these sentences.
1. It costs a little more to buy a pack of cigarettes from a machine.
2. We can't camp here. There's no water.
3. Please call back in half an hour. I'm tied up with another problem right now.
4. The weatherman said no rain today, but I wouldn't want to bet on it.
5. When you keep your money in a savings account that's insured by the government, there's no risk.
6. Greg had to pay for the damage when his baseball broke Mrs. Gibson's kitchen window.
7. It was lucky that they found a hut to shelter them until morning.
8. He couldn't light a match because the wind was too strong.
9. Ginny made a bet with her brother that Art Brown would win the championship.
10. He risks losing his house by not insuring it properly.
11. Everyone in the camp has a special job. Mine is sweeping out the tents.
12. After I've packed my suitcase, I'll help you with yours.
13. Traffic isn't moving on 16th Street. You can avoid that tie-up by taking 15th Street.
14. I'm afraid all this wet weather will damage the strawberries.
15. They're putting up shelters at the bus stops on 10th Street to protect people from the rain or snow.
16. It was nearly 4 hours before the electric company got the lights back on our street after the storm.
3. Prepositions. Complete the sentences by filling in one of the prepositions from this list.
At. By. For. Into. Of. On. To. From.
1. Now we'll have to begin to make up for the time we lost during the snowstorm.
2. William had to take into consideration the surroundings, too.
3. The USSR is by far the largest country in the world.
Four. Many people don't take advantage of their leisure time.
5. Our company is planning for the future on a grand scale.
6. People in Africa have a different way of life.
7. This TV program isn't in color.
8. Annie is good at drawing pictures of horses.
9. I work in an office, but I'd rather have a job out in the open air.
10. On second thought, I'm glad to work indoors in the wintertime.
11. If you ship by boat, you will cut the cost in half.
12. Jim Johnson's house is on the other side of town.
13. My trailer needs fixing. I was about to start working on it when you came.
14. Alex and Martha met at the shore one August and fell in love.
15. Tom's very proud of being able to speak Arabic.
16. This area suffers from drought once or twice every 10 years.
17. This, in turn, greatly affects business and industry.
18. In addition to gardening, Mr. Chang engages in hunting and fishing on weekends.
End of Lesson 11.